Hello students. Today in this video, we'll discuss the first chapter of Business Studies of class 12th, Nature and Significance of Management. In this video, we will cover the objectives of management and the importance of management. First, we'll discuss about the objectives of management. Now, when we talk about objective is basically the end result where the organization wants to reach. And every management seeks to achieve certain objectives which are the desired result of any activity. They must be derived from the basic purpose of the business. In any organization, there are different objectives, and management has to achieve all those objectives in an efficient and effective manner. The objectives of the management can be classified into organizational objectives, social objectives, and personal objectives, or you could say individual objectives. First, organizational objectives. Organizational objectives are those objectives which are related with the organization. As we know, any organization has been set up to earn profit so that it can survive in the market. Survival, growth, profit, these are the organizational objectives of the business. Business has to achieve a variety of objectives in all areas considering the interest of all stakeholders, including shareholders. Being a shareholder, you want to have more dividends from the organization. Being an employee of the organization, you need good salary and good working conditions. Being a customer, you need to have quality products at a reasonable price. Being a government, you need that the business should work properly in the society and should abide with the rules and regulations of the law. So organization has to fulfill all those objectives to survive in the market, to earn profit, and to do growth in the market. So the main objective of any organization should be to utilize the human and material resources to the maximum possible advantage, so that it can fulfill the economic objective of a business. And these economic objectives of the business are survival, profit, and growth. Now, when we talk about survival of any organization can be done when the business earns that much revenue as it has incurred the expenses. If the business earns that much revenue as the expenditure or the expenses that has been done by business, it can survive for long. So for survival, you must have enough revenues to cover your cost. So management must strive to ensure the survival of the organization so that the business can survive in the market for long. Second, profit. Mere survival is not enough for the business. Management has to ensure that the organization makes a profit. Now, when you talk about survival, the business can survive when your revenues are enough to cover your cost. But for business, it's necessary to earn profit also. And profit only can be earned when your revenues are more than your cost. So it's not just enough to cover up your cost with your revenues, but you need more revenues than your cost. So that is being there as required profit, because profit provides a vital incentive for the continued successful operation of the enterprise. So if you want to make your business survive for long and it must be known in the market, then profit must be earned by the business. Third is your growth. When you talk about growth, a business needs to add to its prospect in the long run. For this, it is important for the business to grow. To remain in the industry, management must exploit fully the growth potential of the organization. Growth of a business can be measured in terms of sales volume increases, It can be increase in the number of employees. It can be measured in terms of products or the number of products, or it can be measured in terms of the increase in the capital investment. And there can be many more indicators of growth. Now, when we talk about growth, it's not only that the business should survive, the business should earn more and more profit, but it's also required that the business must grow. The growth of the business is also required. Now, how we can measure the growth of the business? As I've told you, that the growth of the organization can be measured in terms of the sales volume increases. Like for example, till now, your sales is 5 lakh units per year. Now it has been increased to 10 lakh units per year. So it means the growth has been growth can be seen in terms of sales volume. The number of employees. Before you have just 1000 employees working in your organization. Now you have 3000 employees working in your organization. So the increase in the number of employees by 2000 indicates that the growth has taken place. The number of products. Like for example, till time you are dealing in one line of product. Now you have multiple line of products. Before you just involved yourself in one line of product, like for example, till time you are in cosmetics. Now you are in garments. Yeah, you are in telecommunications and many more. So it indicates that the growth has taken place in the business. Increase in capital investment. Like for example, till time you have the investment of rupees 100 crores. Now the investment has increased to 500 crores in your business. So that 400 crore rupees increase indicates the growth of the business. So this is what the organizational objectives of the business. That is what survival, profit and growth. The next is your social objective. Now when you talk about social objectives, it is the responsibility of the business towards the society also. So it means what? When you talk about social objective of the business, it involves the creation of benefit for the society. Means what your business is giving benefit to the society, you must be concerned about that also. Because as a part of the society, every organization, whether it is business or non-business, has a social obligation to fulfill. This refers to consistently creating economic value for various constituents of society. This includes using environmental friendly methods of production, giving employment opportunities to the disadvantaged sections of the society, and providing basic amenities like schools and crèches to employees. So when you talk about social objectives, it is concerned what benefit you are going to provide or what benefit your organization is going to provide to the society. This is called the social objectives of the business. Now, social objectives can be fulfilled by giving proper employment opportunities to the weaker section of the societies, by giving, you could say, equal opportunity to the individuals, whether male, female, no discrimination will be made. That is also social responsibility. Whatever product you are manufacturing, that should be eco-friendly. There should not be any such procedure of yours that is going to harm to the environment. So these are known to be the social objectives of the business. Or you could say in nutshell, if you are fulfilling your social responsibilities, it means you are working on your social objectives of the business. And for the survival of the business and for the acceptance of the society of the business, social objectives must be fulfilled by the business. Being the part of the society, as you know that business is just a part of the society, and the acceptance of the society is being required for the survival and growth of the business. And for the long term interest of the business, the social objectives must be fulfilled by the organization. Third is your personal objectives. As we know, in organization, different individuals with different needs and expectations, different needs are working. They are having different personalities, different backgrounds, their different experiences and objectives. And they all become part of the organization. being an organization, or you would say the group of individuals, it's being required from the management that it must fulfill all the diverse needs of the individuals who are working for the organization. It may be the financial needs of the individuals like competitive salary, perks, social needs like peer recognition, and higher level needs such as personal growth and development. So, what management has to do? Management has to reconcile the personal goals with organizational objectives for the harmony in the organization. So, even the personal objectives of the individuals who are working for the organization is of utmost importance for the organization for survival, growth, and for earning profit. And it can only be achieved when you are going to satisfy the diverse need of the individuals having different backgrounds, having different expectations, having different, you could say, economical or financial needs. So you must fulfill all those needs, but yes, you have to make in mind that a harmony should be there between the personal objective and the organizational objectives, because if you will give due importance to the personal objectives then the organizational objectives, that is going to harm the business in the long run. And if you will give more importance to the organizational objective rather than the personal objectives, so it will be difficult for you to get the support of the individuals in the organization. So being in management, you require to make a balance between the personal objectives and the organizational objective, or basically the harmony should be established, so that by fulfilling the personal objectives you can, or you will be able to achieve the organizational objectives of the organization. So these are the objectives of the management. Now we'll